Some people have heard me say this before, but I'll throw it out to the audience. What is Interledger's total addressable market size? All the money. No.
Love that. Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're serious about the digital asset space, and let's get right into it today. One take and uncut. So to kick things off, shared by Reborn. This is on Twitter, must follow Reborn, but instead of an O, it's a 0 and 13. So again, these gentlemen are talking about Interledger Protocol, ILP. I know this is a well-known video, but keep in mind, this will be the underlying protocol, the bedrock for the future financial system, excuse me. And again, this was a retweet after even Meek Mill was just saying all the money, and again, talking about digital currency. I believe he did something recently. Yeah, they're about to make, money digital. I know Catherine Coley, CEO of Binance US, also retweeted. Everybody's kind of realizing that now. The big catch is this. Yes, you can make electronic money. We arguably already have digital money today, but what they're specifically talking about is digital wallets and some type of DLT, distributed ledger technology infrastructure, an actual ledger system to help with the operational inefficiencies today on a permissionless basis. No more intermediaries. You're not going to have to worry about trust. But again, keep in mind, if the Federal Reserve does do something like this, some version of a USD coin or stable coin, it will be centralized. It will be in their control. And it doesn't matter because regardless, if the US does this, it will validate the space for CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Other groups and countries will continue to follow suit. And again, this requires a bridge asset regardless. Just like Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has said, it doesn't matter whether it's digital or fiat, there is still a bridge asset necessary rather than just swapping. Again, you have to develop the liquidity, and I've covered videos with this. You can again look into this yourself. This is just another FUD point as always. All right, so right here, Cointelegraph. So this is really, really cool. Not related to XRP, but related to the Brave browser and of course the token BAT, B-A-T, Basic Attention Token. And again, I utilize Brave. This is the actual search engine I'm using instead of like Google Chrome. And the link is in the description. Again, you can earn Basic Attention Tokens while using it. You can view ads if you'd like, or just have it a little more private. This is actually a really cool idea, and I plan to see this in the future as well for other cryptocurrencies and digital assets while web browsing. So right here, your favorite privacy-minded browser is teaming up with Binance. As we can see here, our focus has always been on our users. This time, it's about making cryptocurrency more usable by more people. We already have 1.6 million users who are crypto savvy. They have signed up for the BAT, Basic Attention Token, rewards program, and now they'll be able to make crypto trades without leaving the browser. And then right here, so again, look at this. In-house trading right on the browser. I think that we're going to be seeing this a lot. I think this is very innovative, and to be honest, I didn't even consider this. So we are just getting started. Just like the internet was forming, people did not speculate that we would have social media. People did not know there'd be platforms like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, and then even, web marketplaces. Can you guys even fathom what is to come in the future with new technology, whether it is voice, even virtual reality, augmented reality? I am very, very excited. All right, next up. So right here, I wanted to share this. This gentleman right here, shared by Status. And again, I've shared this video clip before. It is 1 minute. I'm going to try to fast forward just so you can hear it from, for yourself. This gentleman, his name is Graham Bright. He was with Swift for 20 years, right? He is currently with, I believe, EuroXM Bank again, another RippleNet partner. And he even says we may also see XRP moving across the Swift network as a currency. Now, what I want to emphasize is this. He says a few points. It's not about replacing Swift, essentially a messaging software, the legacy network. Excuse me, not just software, but complementing them, helping them do the job, and basically solving the inefficiencies. And again, using XRP over Swift, and then over the Swift network rather than the correspondent banking partners and having 8 to 10 intermediaries along the way. And then basically putting this together, when XRP becomes as liquid as a G10 currency, and we can go over those in another video, basically it has to do one of two things. It either, of course it has to be liquid, but even Catherine Coley, CEO of Binance, has said either liquidity has to increase massively or the value of XRP has to increase to basically be able to be capable to send larger value. And if enough is pushed, ideally both will go up, in orders of magnitude, I should say. And I like saying that phrase because a lot of people at Ripple have said that. All right, let me try to find this clip.
Where you need service level agreements that in a certain time I will do something, but payment turns up at a certain time during the day. Here we're looking at the new network styles which allow instant real-time movement to the funds and visibility of those funds as well. So we would not have a situation where banks need to come back to you and say, have my funds arrived? It's 3 days later. I need to find out or find query messages moving around the network. There's nothing like that. I don't believe Ripple is going to replace SWIFT. Ripple is one of the complementary networks which is going to allow those institutions who need real time to make use of that. And I think we're also seeing that SWIFT are changing their network capability so that real time will be a possibility as well. But we may also see Ripple XRP moving across the SWIFT network as a currency when we're perhaps using something like FX.
All right, in the FX markets alone, again, we know how much value is traded there a day. I actually want to show the first 40 seconds of this as well. So again, if you've already seen it, feel free to skip ahead.
It's not necessarily about replacing SWIFT, it's about complementing it. So let's get some more information on this.
Okay. I used to work for SWIFT. I was SWIFT for 20 years, so it's SWIFT.
All right, you get it. SWIFT for 20 years, just, I mean, even like Marcus Treacher, again, board member, background with HSBC, along with SWIFT, we have Monica Long, we have Marjan Delatine, the whole team of Ripple. They are superstars. Do not be fooled. I know there's a bunch of conspiracies and talk now. I think Bitcoin Ben was sharing about, you know, Ripple essentially being like the treasury and all kinds of banks building or some version of these USD or central bank digital currencies on top of the XRP ledger and in some way collateralizing the assets. I think that would be very, very interesting. Can I rule it out? No. Do I want it to happen? Absolutely. Am I banking on it? Not at all. Again, I think that we're going to see upside regardless in this marketplace. We just simply have to wait as always. All right, next up, I just wanted to share this favorite account here. So again, Reborn13 sharing this. This is Miguel Vias. Remember, he was a CME Group executive. He is with Ripple. There's tons and tons of videos. He is in the know. Let's just say that. Let's just say he is in the know. He's well aware of how derivative markets move. I believe he knows how the electronic currency moves. I don't want to say the one word, so I'll just leave it at that without getting into too many talks. But essentially, guys, talking about G10 currencies. So again, if you want to see the G10 currencies here, again, some of the most liquid assets in the world, right? And again, XRP is built to bridge these specifically, along with the other low-hanging fruit as well, to get into the harder to reach corridors. We can see here, Miguel Vias, bullish as ever. I mean, if you see video clips of him, I highly recommend you seeing older clips before they're gone off YouTube. And this gentleman, he simply has no doubt with XRP in price appreciation specifically ever. The man is just unbelievably bullish. All right, now right here, perspective, just to see these markets, guys. And if you want to see this, feel free to screenshot this, guys. It's showing the XRP market cap. It's showing competitors like Western Union. It's showing global non-cash transactions. It's showing these pre-funded accounts. And keep in mind, it's 27 trillion. Now these estimates are being so conservative. They're saying anywhere from, 5 trillion to 10 trillion. And the highest one I've seen lately is like 23 trillion, and that's rare. All right, and we can see the SWIFT network of 5 trillion, and this is per day in transactions. Can you imagine if we are transacting 5 trillion per day? That's why even 1% of this market will exponentially increase the value of XRP, especially with the multiplier effects, just showing you that really there's only 3 to 5 billion XRP in circulation. Do the math any way you want, guys. I'm not even going to try to quantify it here. If you guys want to see those channels, check out. I mean, you can, Google things, and then, Michael Zischek breaks it down. A few other people do. I just think that it's a guessing game. Whether you're right or wrong, people are going to attack you and try to hold you accountable. All right, so again, showing this, and now let me go back here. So derivatives market, guys, 542 trillion on the low end. Real estate, 217 trillion. Bond market, 100 trillion. Stock markets, 69 trillion. These are global markets, by the way. All right, gold, greater than 8 trillion. Fiat currency, 96 trillion. Global debt, 244 trillion. And keep in mind, debt is money. U.S. national debt, 23 trillion. U.S. national liabilities, 127 trillion. XRP's market cap, a little over 10 billion. Upside is on the way. All right. Let's keep going. And again, right here, even Miguel Vias, another quote from him in 2018. He does not talk about XRP much anymore. It's all very hush-hush. And he says, when XRP is more liquid than a G10 currency, it seems like he's speaking with certainty here. I'll buy myself a chocolate chip cookie and get back to work. XRP the standard, zero doubt. Chess, not checkers. Long game, strategy. Always moving 3 moves ahead. All right, Cryptopolis sharing this. So again, credit to Popeye XRP here for finding this. This is an article on the Daily Hodl. Pretty cool diagram. I'll breeze through this, but I do want to cover this. So, 2019 report from the United Nations Universal Postal Union, this is the UPU, has surfaced citing the potential adoption of crypto assets like XRP. The agency, which coordinates postal policies among member nations, highlights the interesting digitization of postal services around the world and how digital assets can lower costs for consumers. Keeping pace with the recent innovations, the UPU is examining the role that distributed ledger technology, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies can play in the postal industry, as well as the role of the UPU and its members in enabling efficient delivery of services. Again, efficiency, speed, you get the gist. Everybody wants it now. Instant gratification. All right. We find that there are already examples of posts around the world leveraging or experimenting with DLT to provide financial and logistics services. Report references an internal study showing 90% of post offices around the world offer some form of financial service, targeting groups that are typically excluded from the formal financial system. Again, financial inclusion is the word I'm going to keep saying on this channel. Highlights XRP as a cryptocurrency that could power instant and low-cost remittances. This is basically going to be consumer beneficial, which I love, because keep in mind, XRP, where it's really going to make money and appreciate, of course, for us, is from the institutional side. But there's so many other use cases being built. If you guys have not seen Vitsavin's new Zoom application, it is going beta right now. It's going to be available in the app stores. I'm really, really excited to test that out and just support the XRP ecosystem. So again, I already read this earlier. Essentially, I'm just going to kind of show you right here. So here's a little diagram. Person A purchases 1 XRP cryptocurrency at the spot price in country X. Now, they then send XRP directly to the wallet of person B. Person B receives that XRP in their mobile wallet in their country, in country B. Person B goes to the post to cash out in local fiat currency. Then the post converts that 1 XRP to USD and USD to the local fiat currency at spot rate. Then, the post provides local fiat currency to person B, or directly deposits their local fiat currency into person B's postal account. And ideally, this happens very, very quickly. All right, so the report analyzes the volatile and speculative nature of crypto assets as a potential hurdle to their mass adoption as a medium of exchange. And remember, money, I forgot the 3 points. Let's see, medium of exchange, store of value, and I'm forgetting the third point. That basically are the qualities of money, or, a medium of exchange. So while also pointing to a role the UPU could also play in the global adoption of new tech. So through their presence in rural communities and peri-urban areas, and by leveraging their existing financial literacy programs, posts could help make communities and individuals aware of the uses of cryptocurrencies, mechanisms to do so, and the advantages of using digital currencies over paper-based currency, thereby increasing uptake and adoption across a wide segment of the population. So again, I love seeing these types of diagrams, ideas, and things and use cases that we're not really considering, specifically with here, the United Nations Universal Postal Union. There's going to be tons of use cases. I think Jungle Inc. made a great video and point today with Forte, again, the $100 million funding to basically help the XRP ecosystem and get them ingrained with game developers. We are ignoring that oftentimes. I agree with the sentiment entirely. We are focusing on cross-border. We're focusing on capital markets, which is like where the trillions of dollars lie. Of course, I'm most excited for that and, the hypothetical moon money. But we do have to look at these little victories that and help us realize the XRP ecosystem is here to stay, without a doubt. My only fear, which I think 2020 is going to be the year that we've been waiting for. It's been several years. I think it's happening sooner than we anticipated. My only fear, though, typically before all of this happened, was that we were here still, we were too early. But honestly, with all these developments, with the QE infinity at this point, I am, very, very bullish. I think that rather than a slow and steady rise that I used to entertain and believe, I think we're in for a few big booms, if not one massive, price set. Anything's possible in these markets. Pay attention to the metal markets. Watch how they are limiting the ability to trade. It is all a game. Don't even get me started. This is not conspiracy. This is fact. Look at the #1 owners. It is all fake numbers and fake volume. This is not just the crypto asset, the cryptocurrency market that is manipulated. This is, it's everything. It is stock markets. Look at the buybacks. It is metals. It is everything. All right, now right here, I wanted to share this. So again, Greg Mannarino sharing this. I know a lot of people on this channel watch him. I do as well. I do not agree with everything he says. I think he's an absolute genius in terms of economics and markets. Yes, he has much more experience than me. He gets it. But I don't think he really understands the correspondent banking network. And, I don't blame the guy. Why would he even bother looking at something so archaic? But what he says is this, and this was on the 21st. He said, it will not be long before the Fed issues a new digital currency. This has been a plan many years in the making. Total control over the monetary system. The new America welcomes you. And I agree. Of course, it's going to be real-time paying your taxes. It's going to be a medium of control. If you don't obey the law, perhaps they can, shut off your digital wallet. Basically just a way to control everything. And give us visibility. Of course, there'll be benefits for the end users, such as you and I, but there's a pro and con to everything. So what I said is, yes, Greg, but there are still some existing interoperability problems that still remain between digital assets, crypto assets, tokenized assets, and networks, whether it's, the banking wallets or, ledgers, the mobile networks, the, any type of corporate online wallets, etc. So I personally think I know of a few solutions, specifically XRP and ILP, and I do not know any other solutions that are as far ahead as them and have the level of institutional backing. I'm just being flat out. The W3C, the Federal Reserve, and the Faster Payments Task Force. I could go on forever. All right, we're going to finish up with this video clip. I know I showed the other one the other day. Just want to show you this and let you guys hear the people specifically at Ripple talking about these solutions. We are not the target market. We are just able to invest in an open source protocol and trying to make money. And I think that is going to be very, very likely in the near future. And this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Do not just listen to these videos. I cannot wait to prove everybody wrong, honestly, when this is all said and done, and told you that this was not hype. This was not a hype channel. I was simply sharing what is right in front of you and gave you the chance to do your own research. And I know a lot of people agree with that sentiment. So right here, this is Enrique from Ripple 2019, and some quotes he says in this clip. He says, even the banks come to us today and say, oh, you can help us with trade finance as well. Can you help us with securities? Can you help us with many issues we have today that we could resolve with blockchain? And again, Ripple, they are a payments company that utilizes blockchain infrastructure and technology. Talking about Amazon, first they went after books, just like Ripple, first going after cross-border payments. Now what did Amazon go after? They are basically the global e-commerce market. What do you think Ripple wants to do after tackling cross-border payments? Well, look what they're already slowly tackling. They're tackling decentralized finance, the derivatives market, excuse me, I just got a hiccup. They are, already doing tests and transacting metal over the XRP ledger and have been doing so since at least 2017, if not sooner, along with IOUs. They are tackling the gaming. They are tackling web monetization and streaming of money with Coil. We're talking with the Spring Initiative as well, with a $500 million investment. Please look past. This is a huge opportunity. The news wants you guys looking at stocks and bonds. Notice they don't really talk about metals either. Metals for a physical asset? Yes. Silver. I agree. Most undervalued physical asset. I own it. Not financial advice. XRP, the most undervalued digital protocol of the future. I own it. Yes, it is built to solve the payments problem. All right, I've been ranting enough. Listen to this clip, and I will see you in the next video, guys.
So what we are building at Ripple is really the Internet of Value. So how we can move money today the same way we move information, right? It's crazy. We can stream video from the space, and we cannot send money, right, internally. Even if it's my own account in Europe, my own account in US, and the money cannot be transferred immediately. So That friction, I think it's going to go away in the next few years, and we are not going to be discussing this anymore. One use case that we believe is a big issue, is a big pain in the market, which is cross-border payments. We are talking about a multi-trillion-dollar problem that we are resolving, and let's focus on that. So even the banks, they come to us today, say, oh, can you help us with trade finance as well? Can you help us with securities? Can you help us with many issues we have today that we could resolve with blockchain? And we have decided back then that we will nail cross-border payments first. We will take the example of Amazon, right? So Amazon, when they started, it was Amazon Books, right? They were selling books. So if they were not successful selling books, they could not go on and implement other use cases and become the giant.
So what this is telling me is that if Ripple is already successful with cross-border payments, I mean, they said they're going to be waiting until they expand and invest into other ecosystems. Guys, they've been expanding and growing other ecosystems for at least a year now. So what does that tell me? Does that tell me that they are pretty confident with their market share for cross-border payments? Yes, we are on the winning team.
Giant they are today. So if we go back and we think, what are we focusing now? It's really cross-border payments as the first use case for blockchain. And then once we succeed and the banks implement and they are comfortable with that, of course, we are going to explore other use cases and expand the technology to address those pain points.
All right, and another point I wanted to say was Chris Larson. There was an older video clip, I believe that XRP_Stort or Stort XRP on YouTube. He put a 2.5-hour video of all of the Ripple execs talking. Highly recommend watching it. And essentially, Chris Larson, I believe it was in that video, he said, yeah, first, I mean, we want fast settlement and the payment cost to go down as close to zero as possible. Then we will start building these, distributed applications on top. And that is where the fun comes in, guys, for capital markets, trade finance, potential groups like R3. That is what I'm looking forward to. True maturity. I'm not talking about a $3, $10, $20 XRP. I'm talking about serious money. Serious money. All right, guys. So be sure to check out those videos. Subscribe to him as well. And this was shared again by XRP_Stort. So there you go. Great information here. So remember to check the links in the description, guys. We have tax-free crypto Roth IRAs. We have exchanges, cold wallets down below. Also, shout out to Jamie XRP and all other top channel members that support the channel. Links are in the description. And appreciate all of you as always. Hit the like button. And until next time.